I got into videography because I wanted to create and storytell with visuals. Um, Having made beats and went on musical journeys, I wanted to begin to enjoy, begin to step into uh, a visual journey, seeing things through my camera lens, the Lumix S5 Mark II, and really trying to understand cinematics and how something can look cold, how something can look hot. Um, there are so many different kinds of factors, whether it is uh, the light or the color grading or the type of music I feel that helps build these scenes. You know, you want, when you're creating, which what we're trying to do, what I'm trying to do is make you feel something visually. And so, besides the reels, besides all the other little things behind the scenes, events, and things I've been doing in Cleveland, I want to create stories. I want to create cinematic feels with my camera. Um, there's all types of parks, there's all types of restaurants, there's all types of gritty and nice and not so nice, shiny parts of Cleveland that I want to create in. So whatever it is, I want to just shed light on it, and I want to just continue to tell that story, tell your story, and inspire anybody along the way. You know, Cleveland's great. There's all types of food here. There's all types of sports here. You got all the seasons. You got a day like this where it warms up to 50 degrees in the middle of February. You got Asian festival. You got the Puerto Rican parade. You got all types of things that are going on here. And it's just incredible that this city could carry so much and do so much. Even though people say Cleveland ain't that big, it's got a lot to offer. It's got a lot of charm. Whether it's Tremont or Ohio City, or even places out in the art district around Waterloo, going towards the Beachland. You know, there's a place and a spot with a little bit of character in each and every brick in this city. My main mission is to help those around me. And, you know, it comes in a variety of ways. It can come from listening. It can come from just showing up, being there for somebody. And, or, yeah, just helping with this camera. You know, it doesn't always have to be a dollar. It doesn't always have to be something that's grand and marvelous. A lot of the times people just really just, they want to be seen, they want to be heard. And, you know, I think we all should get a chance to be listened to be heard, to be talked to, whatever it is. I know that things can be kind of black and white. Bills are tight. It's tax season. And through it all, you know, the sun still comes back up. There's still brighter days ahead. At the end of the day, I just want to shine a light on this community. There's so many artists, entrepreneurs. There's all types of things that are going on throughout the week, whether it is a mixer event, brunch, all the top DJs being in your neighborhoods, playing at your favorite bars. There's always something going on. And I just want to be able to show that through my lens. In some cases, create more serious scenes and have a little more cinematic feel to it. And other cases, just really just having fun, just catching a vibe and showing people that there's a lot of amazing, great people in this Cleveland community. Just want to work with that is um, anybody that needs content, anybody that needs storytelling, anybody that needs just a hand with their business or their ideas. I want to help them create that vision. I'm believing that the name of this is going to be called Kyle's Visions, or KV. And I want people to know that this is what I do with my camera. And at the end of the day, show love to everybody in this city. It's a beautiful day, little cold, but spring is just right around the corner. I just know that there's going to be so many more adventures, so many more changes. Every time I step out, every time I meet somebody, every time I turn this camera on, something happens. I meet a new friend. I make a new friend. I find out something different or new about either this city or even myself. I end up meeting a lot of people at these events, and I never was the one to have lots of conversation or be really extroverted. But if you don't say nothing, if you don't get up and get out there and tell people who you are and what you're doing, how do you expect to level up? How do you expect to get to where you're going? You could be a handshake away to somebody that wants to do something similar, or knows somebody who needs your skills, needs your talent in this city. And so, even though it could be uncomfortable, it could be something that you deal with, maybe social anxiety, when you are just yourself, when you say these things, when you open your mouth up, I'm 100% positive that something will come from it. Whether you grow, whether you learn a lesson, or at the end of the day, you might find something that there's something else that you want to do. Maybe there's a new goal, maybe there's a new path for you, but you have to arrive to these conclusions by confronting the situation in front of you. If you never do anything about it and you procrastinate, then how are you going to get anywhere? How are you going to learn something new? How are you going to make that new friend, start that business idea, or whatever? At the end of the day, you should take a step towards that direction that you're trying to move in. There's lots of dreamers in this city, lots of artists in this city, and a lot of people, you'd be surprised, a lot of people will work with you if you just say hello, if you just introduce yourself and tell them what you're about. But I'm so grateful. I got this camera. It's changed my perspective. It's changed how I view people and how I see things through this lens. Being able to capture these moments in time, it's special. There's no telling what could happen, or maybe just being able to document, being able to look back into time, being able to create and look and see progress over time, see my own progress, how I've grown, how I've used this camera. And again, the people that I put this camera on over time, I've seen them grow. I've seen different artists get further and further into into a spotlight. They might have only had a few pop-ups. They didn't even have like incentive. They didn't even have a store. And it was only just last year I had met Henry Wang, and now he's got himself a whole store on 65th with Cousin Vintage. So anything can happen. Anything can happen, but being able to see these things in real time, being able to record and make these moments, make these memories, it's beautiful. Being able to look back and just see how far people, like where they started and where they're at now. It's just a beautiful part of life. Looking to create more and more for YouTube, for IG, and to be more and more consistent with these things that I'm doing. So that's it. Over and out.